Hi, welcome to my bathroom and a bit of a chat about essential oils. You may have seen, if you're watching this in real time, that I did a live with Niels Yard earlier this week talking about how to use essential oils. So I thought it would be great to do a little recap on some of the best ways to use these natural beauties. And I've been writing and researching about essential oils for so many years. In fact, I came across this is one of my very early books. Look at that. Yeah, that's me with a bit dodgy haircut. That was, gosh, so many years ago, 30 years ago nearly. And it was all about, using essential oils in beauty to make homemade potions and lotions and that kind of thing. And it's something that stayed with me all this while because there's so much that you can do. So thought I'd show you what is in my basic kit. So I have a few essential oils that I always have. So lavender is number one. So I will keep this usually by my bed. I'll pop a couple of drops on the pillow. You can use it neat on your pillow. It's absolutely fine. I throw a few drops into the bath in the end of the day because it's very calming. It's very sedating, soothing. It just encourages a sense of tranquility. It's a really good oil to have. I also keep a little bottle in my kitchen because it's one of the few oils that you can use in very small quantities neat on the skin. So a little bit on a burn, for example, if you scald yourself or have a cooker burn, really useful to have that. You can also dab it neat onto insect bites as well, or you can just rub it through your temples if you're feeling a little bit headachy. So lavender kind of lives in my first aid box as well as in my bathroom beauty box. The other oils that I love are oils from the flower families. So these are things like geranium, rose, neroli. Neroli you'll always find in my kit. Neroli is the orange blossom flower. I've even designed a piece of jewellery based on neroli. I love it so much. And it's a really great oil because it smells quite floral. It's a little white flower, a bit like jasmine. But it is also citrusy because it comes from the citrus tree. It's the orange flower blossom. So it's a really nice oil. It's quite expensive, that's why this bottle is smaller than the others, but just a drop or two is all you need in a massage blend, and I'll show you how to make that in just a moment. The other flower oils that are really good, obviously rose. Rose is probably the most expensive flower oil. This is Rose Absolute. It takes hundreds and hundreds, if not thousands of petals to make even just a few drops of rose oil, which is why it's so expensive. But you can get a similar smell from rose-scented geranium. So geranium or pelargonium is a great alternative because it gives you that lovely soft rosy smell. So those are the flower oils, and the flower oils are kind of considered the safest. They're the ones that aromatherapists would use during pregnancy, for example. They're not stimulating, they're quite gentle on the skin. The other group of oils that I always make sure I've got at least one or two of are the citrus family. So here I've got orange and grapefruit. You can also get mandarin, lemon, lime, bergamot. So I use maybe a drop or two of orange if I want something to be a bit zingy and a bit uplifting. So if you want to pop some in the bottom of your shower, for example, first thing in the morning to give you a wake up, then a bit of a citrus oil is a very good idea for that. Then I also have a couple of favourites which are always with me. Frankincense I love. Frankincense, it's that lovely sort of churchy smell, incense. It encourages contemplation and meditation. You can burn a few drops of frankincense or use them in a diffuser, for example, if you're doing your meditation or just a bit of kind of switch off time. And I like it used in the bath at the end of the day, maybe combined with a little bit of lavender, just to encourage that switch off time. And then lastly, a really useful one to have, but for a completely different reason, is peppermint oil. Peppermint oil feels really cooling on the skin. In fact, it can feel too cold if you use too much of it. So literally 1 or 2 drops is usually all you'll need. It's very high in menthol, and that gives it that really cold feeling, that cold sensation. But it's really good in things like a foot bath, or if you are making a cooling massage blend. Again, don't overdo it. 1 or 2 drops is all you need. And if you're going to make a massage oil, what you need a base oil to start with. So I get inexpensive almond oil. I buy this from the chemist, or you could use grapeseed, which is from the supermarket. Anything that's really light. You don't want anything that looks too dark. Unlike cooking, when you really want to have that really kind of dark, extra virgin, almost sticky, thick oil. For a massage or for a bath oil, obviously you want something that's really light, almost colourless. This is one that you can get from Neal's Yard, and it's part of their Create Your Own range that I was talking about earlier this week. And this is just an unfragranced base oil that you can then add your drops to. So if you want to make a massage oil, you can get a little jar, you can use a recycled jar, or you can buy little jars like these online, which are really cute if you're thinking about making gifts for people. And the rule usually is around 1 drop of essential oil to about 5 mils, or that's a teaspoonful of base oil. So you'd use your carrier oil, so that's your basic, like almond oil. And if you want to enrich it, you could add, for example, a few drops of avocado oil, very high in vitamin E, too sticky to use on its own, but just adding a little bit of that will really boost your oil blend. And then just take it away, add a few drops of whatever you like. And you can use that for massage, you can use it in the bath. If you're putting essential oils in the bath, don't forget that they're broken down by heat. So don't put them in as soon as you start to run the water. Just wait, run your bath, and then sprinkle a few drops on the surface and then give it a good swoosh around. And some people actually will dissolve the essential oils in a little bit of milk, because that just helps the fat globules to disperse, and then you can add that into the bath and enjoy your soak. But there are so many different ways you can use essential oils, and if you find one that you really love that just sort of helps you to switch off and stay calm, then you can just pop a drop or two onto a tissue, tuck it in your sleeve or tuck it under your pillow or wherever you are, and just give it that little bit of sniff, and it will instantly help control and regulate mood and emotion, because it's our sense of smell that regulates here in the limbic system in the brain at the top of the nose, where our little olfactory cells are, the little brain cells here that control the limbic system, which is linked to mood and emotion. And that's why essential oils and all these good smelly things are so good at helping to uplift or restore or calm or invigorate or whatever it is that you need to know. So just to say, I've got a couple of books on the subject if you're interested. That's a book that I wrote a while ago called Skin, and there's a whole section on this, on all the different essential oils and what they do and how to use them. There's also a little e-guide, which is on Amazon, which is a downloadable e-guide just on aromatherapy and essential oils. So if you want to know more, lots of information, of course, on lizarwellbeing.com. So click the link, enjoy, and have a great time with your essential oils. Bye for now. See you next time.